Right, let's all. Hi guys, welcome to today's lesson. Today we're going to go through the solo parts from I Hope I Think I Know, which is on the Be Here Now album. Going through quite a few Be Here Now songs at the moment because I do quite like them. Anyway, sorry, itchy eyes from hay fever. So yeah, there's 4 solos in this song. The first 2 are almost identical, and the second 2 aren't. Although the fourth one's quite similar to the first 2 as well. So there's a lot of similarities in it, with just the middle one being a little bit of an exception. None of them are particularly long, so we're going to try and get them all done in one video. The song's in the key of D major. You could also think of it as B minor if you prefer, whichever of those works for you, but that's the key that it's in. Relatively simple solos, some classic Noel Gallagher licks as well, you know, as you'd expect. Really cool song. Like a lot of the Be Here Now songs, it's quite a long song, especially compared to their first couple of albums, so they've really kind of extended it by adding some solos in. But anyway, yeah, cool track. The first thing you'll see will be me playing through the solo in the intro, then I'll go through that, then I'll go through the second solo, which is almost identical, so I'll do those quite quickly together, and then the third and fourth ones after that. So that's the plan. Let's crack on. Grab your, well, I'm going to probably grab my Strat, but you should really grab a Les Paul or a 335, and let's get cracking. Okay guys, so that is the intro solo. So it starts with this weird sounding 7th fret on the G string, very staccato. It sounds just completely wrong. So we're in the D major pentatonic. It's basically where we're playing. We're going to throw in a G note later as well, but effectively it's the pentatonic shape. So we're going to start 7th fret on the G string, as I say. If you've got enough volume, obviously I don't because I'm in my house, you can let the, it sounds like an F sharp note that's just being let to kind of that kind of harmonic feedback, and yeah, let it feed back as much as possible. Just any kind of feedbacky noise, but it does sound like that's the note there, 7th fret on that B string. But anyway, so the real solo starts 7th fret G, staccato, then we're going to do a 9th fret full bend, which is two frets, so we're going to get this E note, sorry, make it sound like an F sharp. Then I'm going to do the same bend again, but this time I'm going to pick on the way down, like that. So the first one's just up and kill it, the second one's up, re-pick, down. Got lots of that in the song, so get used to it. 9th fret on the G, and then on the B string, 7, hammer onto 8, so there's our G note there. Then 7th fret on the B again, then 10th fret on the B, then 8th fret on the B, 7th fret on the B, so that bit quickly. Then 9th fret on the G, then on the D string I'm going to go 7 to 9, then 7 on the G, then 9th fret on the G bend. Okay, so that bit kind of rolls together really nicely. I'll do it from the 9th fret on the G, the first one. I'll do it slower. I like to play that with my pinky, that 10th fret, but feel free to do it with your ring finger. It's not that important, but that's how I would do it. And then, so we just done bend 9 on the G. We're then going to do another bend, this time up, and then we're going to pick it and go down again, just like we did at the start. And effectively this bit's almost the same again. 9 on the G, 7 hammer onto 8 on the B, 7 on the B, 10 on the B, 8, 7 on the B, and then to end it I'm going to hammer on from 7 to 9 on the G, on the D, sorry, again, then 7 on the G, then another 7 on the G. I'm going to vibrato though, so I go. So that second half is going to be from here. So I've whipped through that quite quickly. Hopefully that all makes sense to you. This second solo is going to be almost identical, so what I'll do is I'll play through this solo and then I'll go through it again very quickly, but I will go through it note for note. I have a real problem of wanting to do loads of vibrato and everything, which is not exactly accurate, so I apologise for that. So as you can see, it's almost identical. This solo starts about 133 in the song, still in D major pentatonic. We're going to start with the bend this time. We don't have that 7th fret on the G. We're going from an A chord, just an A major, and then we've got a 9th fret bend. Then we're going to bend it again, pick it and bend down. So it's exactly the same as before. Then 9 on the G, 7 to 8, hammer on the B, 7 on the B, 10 on that B, 8 on the B, 7 on the B, 9 on the G. It's all the same stuff. Then on the D string, I'm going to hammer on 7 to 9, then 7 on the G, then I'm going to basically start the lick again with the bend on 9 on the G. So I'll do it the first half slowly. So then after that we can do a bend up, re-pick, bend it down, 9 on the G, then on the B string hammer on from 7 to 8, 7 on the B, 10 on the B, 8 on the B, that G note again, then 7 on the B, 9 on the G, and then we're going to hammer on from 7 to 9 on the D again. Then this time is the only bit that's different from the intro solo. That's the lick there. So we do the hammer on the D, as I said, 7 to 9. So just once, you don't do it twice, just once. Then 7 on the G. Then I'm going to bend 9th fret on the G. Quite a quick bend. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll notice I tend sometimes to bend those a little flat. So that's just a personal preference. That's not something that he's particularly doing. It should be a 2-fret bend. I like doing them like that. And then 7 on the G. Let's do that final second half, just again kind of that kind of medium speed. Okay, so I whipped through that one obviously really quickly, but it's because it's so similar to the first one, it felt like I could get through it quite quickly. These are relatively simple solos. If you can do bends, you should be able to do these solos, and they're really nice and easy to hear as well. So it's just going to be a matter of learning them and getting them up to speed. So now we're going to move on to number 3. So this solo, as I say, was about 133 in the song. So this next one's about 245 in the song. So let's do that. Okay, so yeah, solo 3 is where it all changes. So we're now really playing in a different key. The chords underneath are E minor to G, so it feels more like we're playing in E minor pentatonic or G major pentatonic. So we're going to keep the same shape effectively, but move up to that shape. So for E minor pentatonic. So 14th fret on the G string, I'm going to bend that up a tone. Whilst that's bent, I'm going to grab this 12th fret on the E string, which is an E note. So it's this. So I'm going to re-pick the 14th fret G and bend it down. Then I'm going to play 12th fret on the G string twice. Then on the and of one of the next bar, I'm going to play 12 again. So the first lick is this. I'm going to be vibratoing the whole way through that. In the official tab book, they've put in more 12s than that, but I've found it quite hard to hear any. But you could easily put another 12 in on the and of 2 in the bar, just to keep yourself in time if you prefer. But if it's there, it's hard to hear. And this next lick is something he does every now and again. It's not really common Noel Gallagher lick, but he does do it every now and again, where he basically just plays down a scale along one string. And that's the lick. So we start on 12 on the G, so that's down up, so 2, and then on the third hit I'm going to slide back from 12 to 11. Then I'm going to go 11 to 9, 9 to 7, 7 again, and then open. So I messed that up by missing, but you get the idea. So it's 2, and then you slide from 12 to 11, then you slide from 11 to 9, then 9 to 7, then a 7, and then an open. And that's it kind of at tempo. That open G, obviously I quite like leaving it ring out, but it should ring out for the next 3 beats of the 3 beats of the next bar, I'm trying to say. So it rings out for almost the whole of the next bar. It sounds cool as well, so do that. Going to bend 14th fret, so this is now what would be lick 3. It's very similar to lick 1. 14th fret on the G string, bend it up, grab that 12 on the E, bend it down again, 12th fret on the G twice. Yeah. Again, lots of vibrato on those 12s. And then we've got this lick. Very, very hard to hear. I think that's right. That's what I'm going to say on that one. But say it's hard to hear, and it's completely different to what's tabbed in the official book as well. So it's just what I've had to try and work out. I think this is right though. So I'm going to do 12th fret on the G 3 times, 11th fret on the G 3 times, 9th fret on the G 3 times. So then I'm going to do that 7th fret G string twice, and then on the 3rd hit I'm going to slide from 7 to 6. So I've got this like that, okay? Then I'm going to slide from 6 to 4, then from 4 to 2, then 2, then open. So all together. And that's it at tempo. Effectively, I just do that lick twice in a row, and that's played over an A chord. Yeah, so that's it really. It's a tricky lick to get. The rhythm is basically it's which I would call Jaffa Cake. So if you say the word Jaffa Cake, that gives you the rhythm. So Jaffa Cake, Jaffa Cake, Jaffa Cake, Jaffa Cake for the first bit. So Jaffa Cake, Jaffa Cake, Jaffa Cake, Jaffa Cake. Then it's just cake, take, cake, cake. So I'm really hungry. Could you tell? Anyway, so we do that lick twice. And then the final bit again is very, very hard to hear. You can hear a hammer onto the 2nd fret of the G string. I quite like to do it with throwing in the open D and G, open D and A, sorry, as well, because it sounds cool. And we can play that kind of chord as well. So it's an A note, a D note, and an A note. So it's kind of a sus4-y sound, A sus4 sound, which is quite cool. So I'm hammering on that G string from open to 2, then down, 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 up, down, up, yeah? And then it should be down, up, to keep yourself in time with the rhythm. But again, you know, it's very, very hard to hear in the mix, so feel free to do what feels right for you there. Hit a G5 chord. 3, dead, open D, open G, 3rd fret on the B and the E. Classic Oasis chord. There's one guitar that does a big G, which is what I did, and then underneath you can hear a guitar doing a crescendo G. You can hear they're 2 separate guitars, so do whichever of those you prefer. I don't mind, but I just hit the G. And that's solo 3. Very weird, different key. But that's it, and now we're going to go to the outro solo, which is much more similar to the other two. Okay, so outro solo starts very similar to the others, the first and second solo. 9th fret on the G string. We're back in D, by the way. We're back in D major rather than E minor. Bend that 9th fret on the G string up. The second one we're going to bend up, then pick it and bring it back down. Lick 1, that's nice and easy. Then it's all kind of changed, and it's a little bit more interesting and complicated. 7th fret on the D. They're going to hammer on from 7 to 9 on the D. 7 on the G. Then on the 9th fret G, I'm going to bend up and down. So 7 on the G, 9 on the G. Then I'm going to bend 9 on the G again. And it's quite a quick bend. Again, I will often bend that slightly flat, but I'll try and not do that. Then 7th fret on the G, and that's lick 2. So then lick 3 starts only like half a beat later. 7 to 9 on the D, 7 on the G, and I'm going to bend up 9 on the G. Then I'm going to bend up 9 on the G and then repick it and bend it down. And there's lick 3. Basically, it's similar to what, you know, that's much closer to what we've done before. And then we've actually holding that for the whole bar, that 9th fret on the G string. Really give it some vibrato and hold it for the whole next bar. And then we're gonna, this is now over a B minor chord, so the feel becomes B minor pentatonic. I'm gonna slide from 9 to 11 on the G, grab 10 on the B, I'm gonna slide back from 11 to 9. So we've got this. Then 7 on the G, then on the D string 7 hammer on to 9, then 7 on the G, 7 on the G, more vibrato, and then another 7. So that's just about getting those 7s in time, basically. Like that. Okay, sorry about that. So now we're basically up to the final lick. So this final solo starts about 3:39 into the song. This is now about 3:54 into the song, and again, it's very hard to hear because there's so many different guitar overdubs going on. But you can hear very similar to what we did earlier. Slide into that 12 on the G, play it again. So then 11th fret on the G, then 9th fret on the G. Just 2 on each this time. Then I'm going to bend 9 on the G, grab 7 on the E. Yeah. 9 on the G, 7 on the G, 9 on the D, 7 on the G. You're almost grabbing that. It's almost a bend down, but it's... And what I'm doing is I'm picking as I'm moving it down, so it doesn't sound like it's a very quick down bend. So you could do it just on 9 and it would work, but I am doing it just before I get there. So a very quick bend. Like that, if I get the lick right. And effectively you do that lick 3 times. So I'll do the lick again a bit slower. So the 12s, 11s, 9s, and then that kind of country lick. And then just twice more. The second one is the hardest to hear. The first one and the third one sound pretty much right to me. And I think that he's just doing the same thing on the second one. But as I said, there's so many overdubs, it's very, very hard to hear. But that's I reckon that's one of those bits where I'm going to say, I think that's right. But if you have a different plan, a different idea, you might be able to convince me. But I'm pretty sure that's very, very close. And particularly, I say, on the first one and the third one, that sounds like what he's doing. Then we're right up to the end of the solo now, and the end of the song. I'm now going to bend 9 on the G, up again, a 2 fret bend, a tone bend, and I'm going to grab 7 on the E, and I'm going to do that 4 times. Not like that though, let's do it again, Paul. Like that. Then we've got a bend again on 9. This time we're going to go up and down. I like to do it without repicking. Listen to it really slow. I think he does repick it. So it should be that, but I actually prefer to do it like, I think it sounds better, but so that's one of those ones where I might do that slightly differently. So I'll play that lick though. So 3, 4, and then up and down. And then the final bit, I'm going to play 7 on the G twice, and I'm going to slide from 9 to 11. Now that is for a whole bar, and as soon as I get to the next bar, I'm supposed to slide back. You can just about hear my amp, but because I don't have that much volume on, it's quite hard to hear. So that final bit there would be hold, and then I'm going to hammer on on the D string from 7 to 9. Then I'm going to play 9 on the D and the G, and 7 on the D and G. Slide away to nothing. I like to just play that first one and then slide away on that second one. You can hear the delay that he's got on his amp at the end of that as he just lets that ring out. So if I just do that kind of second half of that solo again, because sorry, the final bit of that solo just as a whole section. So it's. Yeah, got that kind of echo delay on it after that. And that is solo number 4. Yeah, hopefully I haven't gone too quickly, so let's wrap this video up. Okay guys, there you go. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that all made sense to you. Yeah, some really cool simple solos as I mentioned during it. There's a couple of bits that I found quite difficult to really hear because there's so much going on. It's one of the troubles I've really had with Be Here Now songs. Every now and again, he just did loads more overdubs than he did in those first couple of albums as a general rule. So there's often bits that are really hard to hear. So I've done, at times it's an amalgamation of a couple of different guitars probably, and at other times it's just what I think he did. But hopefully it makes sense, hopefully it works. I think it's right, so what else can I do? Anyway, I'll do my usual bit at the end of the video and say thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to also to recommend any other songs you want, Oasis or not. Yeah, if you like the video, please like the video. Again, that really helps. Please comment on the video. Again, it really helps. And please subscribe to the channel. All those things really help. I've got a Patreon that I'm trying to get started, so check that out if you'd like. Yeah, have a look at my Instagram, Facebook and all that stuff. I've got links down below. Check me out there. And yeah, that's it really. Next Oasis song will be the rhythm parts of this song. Very simple. To be perfectly honest, there's not many chords in it. It's all the chords you'd probably expect in this key. But that's the plan. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys again soon for some more Oasis. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.